Hello student, now we come to the remaining part of the history of class 7. The name of the topic is when, where and how. In the third learning outcomes, we will go through the many names of Indian subcontinent. Our country was named by different persons by different name. In ancient period, our country was known as Bharatvarsha. There was the ancient king whose name was Bharat. After his death, our country was known as Bharatvarsha. For this, these are written in the references of Puran and Mahabharata. Then our another name of our country was Aryavarta. It was named because the ancient people of India were known as Aryans. That's why our country name was Aryavarta. You can find in the Sanskrit text of Manusmriti. When the Turkish, Mughal and Afghan came, our country was named as Hind or Hindustan. Because here lived the Hindu people, that's why our country name was Hind or Hindustan. When the Europeans came here, our country was again renamed as Indica. Indica means the surface area of the Indus River. The land surface area of the Indus River. That's why our country was named as Indica. Latterly, our country was named as India. Now come to the last learning outcome is the key source of medieval history. The history of medieval India has also been reconstructed by the historians with the help of various sources. These sources can be broadly categorized into two groups. Number one, archaeological sources. Number two, literary sources. In archaeological sources, we can find monuments and buildings, coins, paintings and sculptures. In literary sources, we can find chronicles by the court historians, travelogues written by the travelers who came in our country, biographies and autobiographies. Now come to the archaeological. Here in this book, you can see this is the monument of Jama Masjid. It was built in the medieval era. This is the coin these are the coins which were started by Alauddin Khilji during medieval era. This is the sculpture of Lord Shiva, idol of Lord Shiva, which were used by the Chola kingdoms in medieval time. Now come to the literary sources. In literary sources, there are chronicles written by the court historians in India. The chronicle means it is a written record of historical event. These chronicles are the rich source of information for the historians. These chronicles are Prithviraj Raso and Babar Nama, Akbar Nama, etc. These are the chronicles written by the courtmen. Now, Prithviraj Raso. Prithviraj Raso is the account of life and times of the Prithviraj Chauhan written by Chandrabardhai. Now, the second literary source is biography and autobiography. Biography, there is a difference between biography and autobiography. Biography is the story of a person written by another person. For example, Prithviraj Raso is considered as biography, where Akbar Nama is considered as biography because it is the story of King Akbar, which is written by the Persian writer named Abul Fazl. Autobiography is a story of a person which is written by himself only. For example, Babar Nama. Babar Nama is a autobiography of the Mughal Emperor Babar, which is written by Babar himself. The travelogue. In medieval period, different travelers came in our country and they write the conditions of our country in their books. By these travelogues, these are known as travelogues. By these travelogues, the medieval, the historian easily understand the medieval period. The name of some travelogues I am reading. The Travel of Marco Polo, which is written by Marco Polo, a French traveler who comes in our country in 13th century. Tahqiq-e-Hind, which is written by Al-Biruni, a Arabic scholar in 11th century. It is a deep study of the lifestyle of Indians, religion, history, geography, geology, science and mathematics. That's all. Thank you.